These characters revealed their true selves, and it was glorious. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times characters came out in movies.
See, I don't want the strippers, one, two. Okay. I want you.
For this list, we're looking at the most poignant, cathartic, and authentic coming out moments in film. Number 10. Howard comes out at his wedding, In and Out. No, this movie isn't about the popular California-based burger chain. It's about Howard, a small-town Indiana high school teacher who's outed at the Oscars by a former student.
Someone who's just an overall great guy and a great teacher. To Howard Brackett from Greenleaf, Indiana.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Oh. And he's gay.
Due to late 90s ignorance, bedlam erupts, leaving Howard to deny the claim at every turn. Only he really is gay and can't seem to admit it to himself, until he's standing at the altar with a woman. So instead of saying, "I do," he says,
I'm gay.
Sure, not the best time to come out with it, but it proves to be something of a relief, and something he might not have been able to do had he not been lip-locked by a hunky Tom Selleck a few scenes prior.
What was Streisand's 8th album?
Color Me Barbara.
Stud.
Everyone knows that.
Everyone where? The little gay bar on the prairie? You know what you need?
Yeah, I need a wedding.
Number 9. Frank admits his feelings to his wife. Far From Heaven. Strange as it may seem, we really should be saying Academy Award nominee Dennis Quaid, because he absolutely kills it alongside Julianne Moore in a movie about a 50s housewife who discovers her husband is gay.
I've fallen in love with someone who wants to be with me.
Dropping in unexpectedly at the latter's office after hours, Moore's Kathy Whitaker is shocked to see her husband with another man and promptly runs home. There the two have an appropriately tense moment, where Quaid's Frank admits to having had incidents when he was younger.
A long time ago. A long time ago. I had, problems.
Not finding the exact words, Frank is unable to come out completely, and it's this inner turmoil and emotional resonance that makes this such a powerful scene.
Just figured that was it. I never imagined.
You had problems?
Yes.
Number 8. Mike professes his love for Scott, My Own Private Idaho. A male prostitute who struggles with crippling bouts of narcolepsy, River Phoenix's Mike Waters has a constrained relationship with sexuality and love.
How do we get home?
After sleeping with various clients earlier in the film, Mike finally has a tender moment with his friend Scott when they reach the titular state.
If I had a normal family and a good upbringing, then I would have been a well-adjusted person.
Sitting by a campfire, Mike takes a quiet moment to reflect upon what it would mean to love someone without being paid for it. While Scott says that he only sleeps with men for money and doesn't think the two men can love each other, Mike maintains that he loves him anyway, as much as it hurts.
I mean, for me, I could love someone even if I, wasn't paid for it. I love you and you don't pay me.
It's a heart-wrenching scene, one that's elevated by the agitation going on underneath Phoenix's nuanced performance. Number 7. Jessica comes out to her mother, kissing Jessica Stein. Unable to come to grips with her nascent bisexuality, Jessica keeps her relationship with Helen a secret.
Look, I am so tired of this. I am so tired of being left out of half of your life. We're in a relationship, whether you like it or...
However, when that reticence puts a strain on their relationship, she can't hide her emotions. Comforted by her mother, who's previously tried to set her up with men, Jessica gets the catharsis she needs without having to say very much at all.
And I thought to myself, boy, this child will suffer.
In a touching scene, the elder Stein woman is able to infer the subtext and gives Jessica her approval to be with Helen.
I think she's a very nice girl.
The two then hug as Jessica is finally able to accept and embrace who she really is. Number 6. Jared comes out to his parents. Boy erased. Coming out can be even more difficult when it conflicts with a previously established religious belief, and more difficult still when family members struggle to understand for the same reason.
I'm a counselor, Dan, in college. I'm afraid I have some disturbing news about your son's behavior at school.
What? What about him?
In this biographical drama based on a memoir, Jared has it especially hard when his rapist outs him to his Baptist parents. Initially, Jared is defensive and denies it.
His name is Henry Wallace. He's not a counselor, he's a student. And he told me he did some bad things. I think he thinks I'm gonna tell on him.
But then he storms into the kitchen and tells his parents the truth. It's an especially sober moment, one that leaves his parents speechless and in shock. Unfortunately, things would only get worse for Jared, who's later forced into an abusive conversion therapy program. But in this brave moment, he refuses to compromise his honesty.
We broke up because I think it's true about me. God help me. I think about men.
Number 5. Simon comes out to his friend Abby. Love Simon. This movie has so many coming out scenes, we hardly knew where to begin.
You still believe in love?
Maybe. Have you ever been in love?
I think so.
In fact, we might have more in store for later. For now, though, we simply had to appreciate this straightforward coming out that sees the titular Simon confide in his friend Abby. Feeling secure talking about intimate things, Simon pulls over the car and does what he's been dreading the entire film.
Abby?
Yeah.
I'm gay.
And we've got to say, Abby's reaction is spot on, unflinching but not making a big deal out of it as the two come closer together. Unfortunately, he's unable to come out on his own terms to his other friends later on, but Simon definitely deserved this win while it lasted.
But you're not surprised.
Do you want me to be surprised?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I love you.
Number 4. Sam comes out to her father. Blockers. Having your parents track you down on prom night to prevent you from having sex would be the worst.
I'm gonna shove his fedora so far up his ass, it'll be a hat.
But fortunately, Sam's situation is a little bit different. Convinced that she's a lesbian and that she'll reluctantly give up her virginity to her male date, Sam's father Hunter barges into her hotel room expecting the worst. Fortunately, Sam has better judgment than he thinks, as her date has already left. But the encounter leads to a surprisingly tender moment.
Is that I let what happened between your mom and I get in the way of our relationship. Sorry.
After Hunter apologizes for his behavior in the wake of his divorce to Sam's mom, Sam takes the opportunity to do something she's never done.
Dad, can I tell you something now?
Yes. Yes, anything.
I'm a lesbian.
Of course, Hunter already knows, but her official coming out brings the two together in a way that's funny and sweet. Number 3. Hal comes out to his son Oliver. Beginners. Through the narration of Ewan McGregor's character, we learn that his father only came out after his mother's death.
6 months later, my father told me he was gay. He had just turned 75.
I'm gay.
They'd been married for 44 years. Being a snippet of a memory, it's a quick coming out. But the alternate remembrances and takes featuring Christopher Plummer lighten the moment so that it matches the quirky humor of the film.
I'm gay. I'm gay. I loved your mother, but now I want to explore this side.
Not only that, but it sets up Hal's transformation in his final years into what he's always wanted to be, and is part of a performance that would win Plummer the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. Number 2. Kevin and Shyrone kiss on the beach. Moonlight. Kevin and Shyrone's abbreviated romance begins on a beachfront at night.
Yeah. You like the water? Well, I can introduce you to some fire.
The two share a blunt and joke around, but the talk soon turns introspective and sees Kevin put his hand on Shyrone.
Nah, you trying to get smart with me, huh, Shyrone? Yeah, you trying to get smart with me, huh?
The moment quickly turns romantic as the two share a kiss, ending with Kevin giving Shyrone his first sexual experience. While neither verbally come out per se, they're able to express such feelings to each other that they never could to their peers. It's a passionate scene, and one that's made all the more emotional in light of their subsequent falling out and reunion. It's so important to handle this delicate moment with tact, and our number one, though it may have already appeared, has really become a benchmark for all other fictitious coming out stories. Here are some honorable mentions first.
Mom, please look at me. I'm gay.
Say it again. Say it again. I'm a lesbian.
You know, you're gonna love my boyfriend. He's like a total chick flick nut.
You think versteht sie sein? Geschwiff. Hinter Bett.
I've been thinking about it a lot. I think I'm bisexual.
Freddie, you okay?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Simon comes out to his parents. Love, Simon. Told you we had more in store. While this scene is by no means the climax, it certainly feels like it, since the whole coming out to your parents thing was hilariously established in the movie's intro.
I'm gay.
Honey.
And I don't want you guys to think anything different. I'm still me.
Of course you are.
Taking place on Christmas morning, Simon gives his parents perhaps the greatest gift of all by letting them know a side of him they hadn't previously. While his mother plays it cool, his father tries to hide his emotions with ill-timed humor.
Which one of your old girlfriends turned you? Was it the one with the big eyebrow or the one with the braces?
Can you ever shut the hell up?
I'm kidding.
While it's not the most joyous reveal, it proves especially cathartic later on when Simon speaks to his father privately, who now can't hold back the tears. This time they embrace, with his father saying he wouldn't change anything about Simon. Great, now we're crying too.
Yeah, stop crying.
I'm trying. Oh, God. Come here.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.